Precies.
Wie betrokken bent.
Dit is weer filmen.
Goedemorgen, dames en heren. Allemaal hartelijk welkom hier bij de brug aan de Bodendijk. Ik geef zo dadelijk graag het woord aan Major G.V.A. Baker van de Regiment of the Grenadier Guards. Hij zal hier een korte toespraak houden. I'm very pleased to invite Major G.V.A. Baker, Regiment of the Grenadier Guards, for a speech.
Goedemorgen, burgemeester, dames en heren. De Grenadier Guards zijn de gemeente Aalten heel dankbaar voor de invitatie hier vandaag aanwezig te mogen zijn. En voor uw warm en hartelijk welkom. Ik denk dat u niet veel meer slecht Nederlands zult kunnen verwerken. Omdat zoveel Nederlanders heel goed Engels spreken, zal ik daarom doorgaan in het Engels. So I'll continue in English. Today marks what is perhaps the final chapter in the story that started on the 30th of May 1945. Wim Raybergen has eloquently described the events of that day, a day in which I have a special interest, in that it was my father who was commanding the King's Company at the time. And he was badly wounded in the stomach by a mortar bomb shortly after crossing this bridge. In fact, his life was only saved by the skill of a Canadian stomach surgeon who happened to be working in the field hospital to which he was taken. So, of course, I have a great deal to be thankful for. The Grenadier Guards are, of course, greatly honoured by the decision by the town of Aalten to name this bridge King's Company Bridge. It marked a violent day for the Grenadier Guards in the closing weeks of the war in northwest Europe, but of course a happy day for the town of Aalten to have been finally freed from the German invaders. I suspect that today will be a day of mixed emotions. Pride that the Grenadiers were able to liberate the town, sorrow for those who were killed, sympathy for those who were wounded, and nostalgia for all those who were here on that day in March 1945. We should also be glad that the town of Aalten still exists and is thriving, that the regiment still exists, and that is never a certainty in this changing world that we live in, and that the Queen's Company continues to uphold its glorious past, most recently fighting with great distinction in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, against a different enemy, but nonetheless an enemy that is no less ruthless, determined and cunning than those remnants of the German army in 1945. So, once again, we thank the town of Aalten for this very great honour and for your warm welcome here today. Thank you very much.
At the bridge. to the last post by musicians of the regimental band of the Grenadier Guards. After this, I'd like to request you to make a moment of silence. Ik wil graag de kolonel JPC Heel RM van de British ambassade uitnodigen voor een toespraak.
Jongens en meisjes, ik heb een klein beetje Nederlands, but not enough, I'm afraid, to do justice to this occasion. Among the very important words which have already been spoken today, I would like to add just a few. And as the representative of the British ambassador in the Netherlands, to express enormous heartfelt gratitude for the dedication, the compassion and the effort that has gone into creating this most famous commemoration today for this particular very famous company of the Grenadier Guards. There could not be a clearer link than that today between the veterans of that campaign and the members of the Grenadier Guards and the Queen's Company in particular, who serve today, as we have just heard, under such difficult conditions in Afghanistan. And it is of particular significance that they do so today, shoulder to shoulder, alongside the men and the women of the Royal Netherlands Armed Forces, who have stepped forward to take another 2 years as lead nation in Gone, at a time when it is difficult to do that and when not everybody believes that that is the thing that Dutch Armed Forces should be doing. Fortunately, Dutch Armed Forces are in Gone, alongside forces such as those of the Queen's Company, and the British government, which I am here today to represent, is enormously grateful to feel that we are able to meet this crisis in Afghanistan together, and that togetherness is reflected here today. I would like to thank everybody who has been involved in the preparation of this event and to say how very much we appreciate it. Thank you well.
all guests. I also want to remind you to a beautiful...
Zomer terug. En toen zitten we hier voor de deur staan, dat was toen anders zo. En dan zitten we hier staan en toen stopte ik op de brug. En die zegt, vanmorgen, dat was niet toch die de brug?
Ja.
Ik zeg ja. En ze zegt, trok hij zich dat wets van Grenadier Guards van de jas. Het is voor jou, zeg ik, die remember.
Oh, dat is mooi.
En toen zeg ik, moment, want toen liep er mijn auto en er kwam of een paar kleeders terug.
Oh ja. Peppy Stoltenborg die heeft de lading onder de brug verwijderd.
Weggehaald, ja. Ik ben net van Jan Hulstad.
Maar ik bedoel, dat is allemaal zo lang geleden. En sommigen die kennen me nog weer, maar net ook in de rolstoel. Den herkennen me ook nog, maar ik bedoel over het algemeen, die kennen me niet.
Nee.
Ik heb alleen moeten lachen, ik heb in dienstsector nog sportinstructeur gesproken.
Ja.
En de boer van de...
Dat is wel leuk.
Maar dat was dit? Ja.